let's do it. What's going on, YouTube? It's Bandwagonbam here, reacting to the Deadliest gang in London. Yeah, Dash or whatever you want to call it. But yeah, they're saying it's Wood Green, MOB. I don't know what MOB stands for. Other than money over, money over bikes, money over blocks. I don't know. You let me know what MOB stands for in the comments. Innit? But yeah, I know these men are from North, or Wood Green's from North. I guess he's on that the Trap Lord Ross. Do you lot know who that is? Hey, chat. Do you know who Trap Lord Ross is? But yeah, I know he does this series, but for people in Chicago and that. But let's run it, man. I'm excited to see what going on the ends, and yeah, man, let's run it.
Now, Wood Green is a suburban district in the borough of Haringey in North London. It's a postal district in N22, with parts of it in N8 or N15.
Hey, chat. Can you all hear? Can you all hear this? Perfect, yeah.
15. Located in this area of the city is London's deadliest gang. The first generation of the Wood Green firm began to call themselves Junior Mafia or Junior Mafia Woods in the late 1990s, going into the millennium. The second generation became known collectively as Wood Green Mob.
Yo, Wood Green, yeah, you get me? Everyone's here, you get me? Mob, yeah, MIG.
Within the mob, sprawling turf covering large parts of the N22.
So what? So these men are Tion Wayne's gang. True or false? Because I see them rocking the green and that.
Postcode. Sets developed that were geographically placed on various estates such as Knoll Park, Acacia Road, Bracknell Close, Progress Way, Commerce Road, and Sky City Estate. Following
I've been on that strip.
Progress Way, Commerce Road, and Sky City Estate.
That's the hood. I didn't know that was the hood. I driving through there with F, yeah, and I was like, bro, around here looks nice. But flipping out, that's the ends.
Following the death of the young Tottenham boy in 1997, perpetrated by the Hackney Mandem, members of Wood Green firm were...
So back in the day, Hackney and Wood Green had passer. Yeah, that's what I'm hearing.
Boy in 1997, perpetrated by the Hackney Mandem.
This is before I was born.
Wood Green firm were firmly backing the conflict that came to be generalized as Hackney versus Tottenham. At this point in time, Wood Green and Tottenham were close allies. Edmonton were also their allies, which is a stark contrast to what's going on in present time.
That guy got slashed in his face. Look, this guy here. Flipping hell.
Their allies, which is a stark contrast to what's going on in present time. This new generation of Edmonton went on to become known as Shankstars, whilst over a dozen Tottenham estates began to adopt their own identity. For example, the formation of MPK, who are from Northumberland Park. Many of the teenagers born into this generation knew each other and attended the same school. Despite this, where they're from proved to be greater than any friendship they had. Areas began to challenge each other's reputation. Before this escalated into violence. In 2002, up to a dozen members of the Wood Green mob, the Junior Mafia Woods, were caught by police surveillance following a 4-month robbery spree. The gang members, aged 12 to 19, were said by police to seek...
Man said age 12. Do you know what it's like being a 12-year-old for him? You're actually a baby, and obviously 12-year-olds get killed because they're trying to gangbang. So, but it's like at that point, you don't know nothing being a 12-year-old for him because you're actually a kid.
See themselves as untouchable, preying on innocent victims as a pack to steal cash, mobile phones, often at knife point. Jermaine Campbell, Craig Johnson, and Ashley Goldie, all then 16, were ordered to be detained for 3 years, despite being young offenders due to the severity of their crime. Michael Gaynor and Aaron Reddix, both age 15, were sentenced to 12 and 18 months. Michael Gaynor's street name, G Money, would later grow up to be a very influential member of the Wood Green gang. Robbery offences were said to have fallen by 33% in Wood Green Shopping Centre following these convictions. In 2004, Wood Green mob allies Shadow Kings began the conflict.
Do you know what's so mad? If I didn't do reactions and I didn't listen to UK drill, I wouldn't know nothing about West, East, and North. Like, I just would only know South. Because to be honest, in my day-to-day lifestyle, I don't go to any of these places, so I wouldn't need to know. But other than that, bro, it's mad how that part of London, or them parts of London, are popping, just like South.
Conflict with Tiverton, who are today known as M15 and are from South Tottenham, who at the time had internal issues in Tottenham with Broadwater Farm. During the conflict, Wood Green mob was torn between loyalties with Tottenham and the Shadow Kings. Wood Green mob ended up siding with the Shadow Kings, and this was the beginning of the Tottenham beef. Internal disputes were squashed between Tiverton and Broadwater Farm, uniting the whole of Tottenham. In 2005, the Wood Green mob began serious conflict with Tottenham gangs, mainly Broadwater Farm, IDA Bloodstars, and Tiverton.
I, the home of the brave, Bloodstar, do this thing, 3 Joe, 3 Bucks, 3 Shaq, 3 Gem.
Now on the 30th of April 2005, 6 Wood Green mob members would surround the car of Andre Linton on Buller Road just before 11 p.m, where Jermaine Campbell, aka Killer, would then fire a single bullet through the window and into Andre's chest. The bullet sadly penetrated his heart. Andre, who was a pupil at Craig City Academy and formerly of Northumberland Park School, was not a gang member. It is believed the trigger was something as arbitrary as a dirty look. Killer, real name Jermaine Campbell, was sentenced to 25 years in prison at the Old Bailey, but 5 other gang members who were with him at the night are still at large. Jerome Vassell, aka Warlord, was a well-known and loved member of original Wood Green Boys. On the 28th of October 2006, at around 1 a.m. at the West Indian Cultural Centre, he was shot in the head by a Star Gang member. Star Gang is the same Tottenham-based set that the famous UK drill duo RV and Heady would later rep. Jerome will be taken to Royal Free Hospital in Hampstead, where he spent 5 months and was discharged in March 2007.
See, like, drill has brought a lot of, even though it's brought a lot of beef, it's brought a lot of people together. Because as I said, beyond drill, I wouldn't know about all of these other gangs and sets in London. I wouldn't know. Because, like, the way everyone used to talk was just like South only, South only, South only. Maybe that's just because I'm from South, so I always say South. But I didn't know these times it was fine, like in North, East, and West as well.
Suffering from brain damage, partial paralysis, and communication problems.
That's
He later
mad.
suffered an epileptic fit directly related to the gunshot injury and collapsed and died at his home in Haringey, December 2007. 8 people arrested for his murder, but none were charged and they were all released. The murder remains unsolved. Now in 2008, many of the Shadow King members were arrested. Those who remained joined Wood Green mob. This was also the start of the Green City Alliance, which is a link up between Wood Green, Edmonton Green and Bounds Green. All 3 gangs began wearing green bandanas. Some prominent members from different Wood Green sets included the likes of Todd's, GK, HB, G Money, Nat Nice, Steeler, etc. Also, long-term allies Hornsey and Wood Green began to fall into conflict with one another. This reached a tipping point in September
Okay.
began to fall into conflict with one another. This reached a tipping point in September 2008 when over 40 Wood Green and Grey Gang members clashed. 17-year-old Grey Gang member was rushed to hospital after he was found by a passerby having collapsed in the avenue with stab wounds to his back, leg and face. The youths, who used bandanas to hide their faces, were spotted by police officers in the High Road Wood Green near the junction with Gladstone Avenue at 1:50 a.m. but were able to escape. By the end of 2008, Hornsey's Grey Gang had developed an alliance with Wood Green's rivals from Tottenham, including MPK. Wood Green were now effectively fighting 6 gangs. Due to this, Wood Green dropped one of their most legendary tracks in UK history, titled F a Link Up, where the chorus rings, "Need to get their P's up, cause we G'd up, and them man there ain't..."
Hey, no, wait. Who is this YouTube channel? Skyboy. Skyboy, shout you out still. Man, she come with the bars, fam.
Rings. Need to get their P's up, cause we G'd up. And them man there ain't real, cause they teamed up. 6 postcodes linked up just to beef us. The new generation of Wood Green were fearless and mobbing on several blocks. Their best rapper G Money as well as Sticks will drop this legendary song in Hornsey on the up block while tying green flags to street signs.
Green gang to my death. And it's Onzi, murder Onzi youths. T.
Now in 2010, on the 27th of April, G Money, real name Michael Gaynor, was handed an ASBO by
I just feel like it was way easier to commit crime back in these days than now. Now, nobody gets away with nothing. A parking ticket you can go to prison for. Fam. These men will be flipping getting away with a whole body.
Harringay, which not only bans him from returning to Wood Green, but also prevents him from associating with 13 of his former gangmates. G Money, who has been involved with gangs since he was a teenager, was banned from being in a group of 3 or more in a public space, and has been banned from featuring in any music video or audio material that is uploaded to the internet and incites violence towards rival gangs. He was also banned from uploading pictures or footage that features green bandanas. On the 7th of August 2011, HB, real name Sion Fogger Brown, a Wood Green mob member, would break into HMV shop in High Road in the early hours after rioting that broke out in Tottenham the night before spread across the borough. Brown, unemployed, was identified after blood found at the scene by forensic investigators.
Wait, his name's... Oh, I'm about to say his name's Brown, like the colour brown. Like, yeah, your name's Brown now. Not even a surname.
Matched with him, and he was arrested 3 weeks later. At Wood Green Crown Court, he was sentenced to 16 months in a Young Offenders Institute after pleading guilty to burglary. On the 1st of September 2011, the Avenue Vangu, aka Steeler, would get the drop on his MPK ops at Highgate Magistrate Court. Yes, you heard that correctly, an actual court. Many of his fellow Wood Green members would also be attending court for their own cases that day, and it's very common for ops to run into each other during these things. Up to 30 teenagers eventually gathered, which sparked a fight, before Steeler, wearing a baseball cap and a scarf across his face, arrived clutching a plastic bag containing a rusty axe.
What the hell? What the hell's wrong with this guy? You're going to the court with a flipping axe. He asked for GMs. Why would you go? What the hell? That's like me bringing an axe into like an airport, bro. Like you're bound to get bagged, like, or into a flipping bank. You're asking to get bagged, bro. Like, it's not even on a back road or nothing, or in a park. Man said to a courthouse.
Steeler was later arrested and charged. Ironically, he now appeared in court for what he did in court. Mr. Israel told Wood Green Crown Court, one slips to the ground and Steeler hammers 4 vicious, violent hacks of the axe on a young man's head. Steeler then chased another teenager across the road, and Mr. Israel said, stands over him, raises the axe, and hits 2 hard blows on the victim's back. Security guards locked.
He's not real, is he? He's like Freddy Krueger and them, man, fam. And Jason, fam. That's who he is. Just the North version.
The court to protect members of the public inside, but 2 victims were trapped.
Hey, this guy better not come out. Is he in prison now?
Outside as Vangu launched his attack. Steeler, who turned 18 in November, had a string of 10 convictions already for robbery, violence.
He's getting released related this year. Ain't no way.
And carrying a knife, and the first appearing before courts when he was just 14. Steeler admitted wounding, attempted wounding, violent disorder, and possession of an axe. He was sentenced to 6 years and ordered to be on license.
Is that it? 6 years? 6 years for doing something out of court for 1, and it's with an axe for 2. Like, what? That's it. 6 years. P got flipping 6 years. My brother, he got 6 years for just thumping something up. even though it went down to like, it started off as an attempted murder, but it's like he still done it with his fist. This nigga's axing people. Nah.
Essence for 4 years after he released from prison to protect the public.
He must be out of prison right now then. Hey Dreezy, love for the sub, man. I appreciate you, man. Trust me.
Day onward, Steeler became known as Axeman.
Now, Nat Nice, real name Nat Neil testified, was a Wood Green mob member. He was banned from Wood Green, so he started killing Edmonton-based them Africans who were part of the Green Alliance. Them Africans, local rivals at the time, were Get Money Gang. On the evening of April 1st.
See, we had a gang on the end here called GMD, which is Get Money Daily. And then man had another GMD from like Southwest.
2013, Nat Nice and a group of them Africans gathered on Bouncers Road in Edmonton. A dark Vauxhall Corsa drove past. GMG members Chicken and Shadow were behind the wheel. Nat Nice and friends spotted the car and gave chase. Nat Nice then left and returned with a gym bag containing a sawn-off shotgun and some ammunition. 10 minutes later, a black BMW arrived. Chicken and Shadow stepped out and started walking towards the kebab shop in Bouncers Road. Nat Nice calmly put his bag down after spotting them and proceeded to fire at Chicken, who was unarmed, before chasing him down and firing again. Chicken, who had been hit in the chest, collapsed in the alleyway between Bouncers Road and the car park. Chicken sadly died at the scene. Nat Nice was arrested, charged. Chicken sadly collapsed in the alleyway between Bouncers Road and the car park. Chicken sadly died at the scene. Nat Nice was arrested, charged, and sentenced to 27 years for his murder. Money J, real name Joshua Folks, was a 197 member, which is a gang located in Finchley and rivals of Wood Green. On the third,
a lot of these men are sick in the head, innit? Like a lot of these guys was dropped on the head or something, fam, because there's no way these men are just out here just catching bodies like it's them going to football training or something.
December 2014, Money J was outside the house in Palmer's Green at around 12:45 a.m. He would be spotted by two Wood Green members, one being G-Maz as well as Big J. Big J would hit him with a baseball bat, whereas G-Maz would take things further and stab Money J in the chest. Money J would collapse, and despite paramedics later working on him for almost 45 minutes, he was pronounced dead at the scene. The three teenagers responsible for his murder will be charged and go to trial.
3 teenagers have been found not guilty of murdering a 17-year-old outside his friend's home in North London. Joshua Folks, who was known as Money J, was stabbed to death in Palmer's Green in December.
How they beat the case is beyond me, but stranger things have happened. Steeler was released in 2014, but it didn't take long for him to get into trouble. Now Crimer, real name Clive Massey, was a refugee.
Grey Gang. Our Grey Gang is Wolf Road. Or Woolly Road.
From Congo. His parents came here for a better life.
So basically, yeah, all in these areas, like there's a Red Gang in South, Red Gang in North. Is there a Red Gang in East and West or no? Gang life looks scary, man. Bro, gang life is dead for me. It is so dead. Like, you not knowing who's onto you, dead. Dead. Or you not knowing where your ops live, dead. You not knowing if you can use that corner shop there or the kebab shop there, dead. You'd always have to look behind, bro. I'm paranoid and I don't even have ops, so I don't know how these niggas do it with ops that are trying to kill them day in day out, bro.
In his teenage years, he was a legit Grey Gang member and extremely active, arguably their top scorer. On one occasion, stabbing and shooting Wood Green member GK. However, as he aged, he had been trying to extricate himself from the deadly lifestyle and qualify as an engineer to make his family proud. It was an honourable decision on his part. Sadly, his ops will continue to see him as a target, for all the blood he had shed prior. Now on the 1st of February 2015, Crimer arrived.
See, all of these names, we got the exact same names, but in South. So it's actually funny still.
To 4 friends at a birthday party in Sark Tower. At around 4:20 a.m, present at the party was Steeler, HB and a few others. Once spotted by HB, Crimer was shot in the chest before he made it beyond the hallway of the 13th floor flat. 2 friends tried to drive Clive Massey hallway of the flat. HB, Crimer was shot in the chest before he made it beyond the hallway of the 13th floor flat. 2 friends tried to drive Clive Massey, 24, to hospital following the shooting at 4:30 a.m, but flagged down a police car on his way to the scene when they realized he was unlikely to survive. He unfortunately died in hospital the following morning. A total of 21 people arrested in connection with the murder. Everyone but HB was released. HB now stood trial for the murder of Clive Massey. The prosecution stated,
Or they could walk around in a dragon outfit. Facts. Bro, it's mad. The gang thing is just long, fam. I swear down. Like, at first it's cool, and it just gets long.
that within a minute the deceased and his groups were chased down by HB and his associates, and there was a further gunfight outside the block of flats where bullets hit Mr. Massey's car. The prosecution ballistic expert stated that at least 3 up to 5 firearms were discharged. It was alleged that the shooting was gang related, but HB denied this, as well as denying being
Yeah. Hey, Jinx is a legend. Trust me, but he's been in active jail, man.
a gang member. HB was found guilty of possession of a firearm and violent disorder, but not found guilty of murder. On the 9th of January 2015, Prophet, real name Isaiah Ekpaloba, an N15 gang member, along with his friend Lamont Roper, would raid the home of Wood Green rival JD, attempting to rob him for drugs. JD managed to fight back while sustaining stab injuries. He was also able to stab Prophet. The pair then ran out of the house. JD pursued the pair and caught up with them as the cab attempted to pull out into that high road in Wood Green. CCTV showed JD, armed with at least one knife, open the front passenger door and make stabbing motion towards Roper, who was seated there. JD then attempted to open the back passenger door where Prophet was seated, but only managed.
Why did he stop the car? That's actually annoying. Why did he stop the car?
JD then attempted to open the back passenger door where Prophet was.
Nah, that's bookie. That is bookie. If somebody pops your door open, why are you gonna stop? Furthermore, all the time I jump in a car anyway, I lock the doors, bro. Just cause like Jakes could be pulling out, like if Jakes could pop, like the feds could pull up and take you out of the car. They can't take me out of the car because my door's always locked. Because some of the Jakes pull up on violence. When I mean the Jakes pull up on violence, it's not like, oh mate, get out of the car. It's they'll be ready. They'll be trying to break down the window, bro. I'm like, nah, I ain't getting out of the car. You're moving too aggressive. That's what really. I always be like that to them still. But Donnie's just flipping. I don't know where I'm going. Look. Look.
JD then attempted to open the back passenger.
And then he stopped as well. Man would have drove.
Was seated, but only managed to open it partially. The car took Prophet to North Middlesex Hospital in Edmonton.
What's taking him so long?
At 4:46 p.m.
And he done it bait phase. No way. Some of them break windows. Oh, the Jakes. Yeah, break my window. Go on then. I've got my camera rolling. Break my window. Because once you stop me, there ain't nothing for you to get. I'll just waste your time the same way you waste mine. I'm lidge. But look.
It was seated, but only managed to open it partially. The car took Prophet to North Middlesex Hospital in Edmonton, where he died at 4:46 p.m. Police later found JD covered in blood inside his own flat. Officers recovered a number of knives, one which had the blade been snapped off, indicating the ferociousness of the struggle. Officers arrested Roper, 18, of Wigan House in East London on January 14th, and he was subsequently charged with conspiracy to rob Dorset. He was tried alongside Dorset and found guilty. Considering the circumstances, JD was sentenced to a life of...
Literally, bro. Man said I ain't driving. No, that's evil, you know. that cab driver or whatever, or the driver, yeah, he needs to go down too, fam, because that shouldn't happen. That should not have happened. It's not even like he popped out of nowhere. You see the nigga jogging towards you, bro. Like, what more do you want? I'm pressing gas. Out.
Minimum 12 years for the murder of Prophet. Roper was sentenced to 7.5 years for conspiracy to rob and 3.5 years for both counts of robbery, both to be served concurrently. Now Mello was an original Wood Green member. He was highly respected. On the 25th of June 2015, Mello was at a party in Abbey Wood, southeast London, celebrating becoming a father to his second child. His brother Rico was also present, and he was celebrating the fact he bagged a new job. Present, unfortunately, were also MPK members Fraser and Aiden. Things escalated, and 3 men were knifed after a fight erupted. Mello was one of the 3 men stabbed. He was taken to an East London hospital where he died from a single stab wound.
Bro, do you know what I don't get? I know niggas that have died from like being stabbed once. And I know niggas that's been stabbed 21 times and they're not dead yet. Which proves, it's just, well, once it's your time to go, it's your time to go. This Wood Green, if you give a...
Damien Fraser, 27, from Summerfield Grove, Tottenham, was jailed for 21 years, and Aiden, 25, of Northumberland Park, Tottenham, was jailed for 19 years. On the 3rd of February 2018, Wood Green gang members went out riding looking for rivals in a stolen black Honda Civic. They spotted Abner Nelson, known to friends as Kobe, who was now a youth care worker, but once ripped the MPK gang. Kobe himself was in a car. They rammed into him. Shortly after the collision, a group of men decamped from the black Honda Civic, ran to where Kobe's car had come to a rest, and began to attack the car, and then him. They started hitting him, kicking him, knifing him down. Kobe was on his feet, then fell down on the ground and curled up. Kobe mustered his strength to call for an ambulance.
Oh, do you lot know who Kobe is? Because all the other people have popped up on the screen and you lot didn't say RP. Okay, so you lot all know who he is. How do you lot know who he is? Like through this situation? That's Walt's friend. I don't know. I don't know nothing about this side, so I can't say who's linked up with who, etc. Yeah, it is. Oh, swear down. RIP then.
Where are you, mate? Jet Mary's called. Jet Mary. I'm dead. Jet Mary's where? I'm dead. Tell me where you are. There's in Tottenham. I'm getting police and an ambulance to you, okay? Please. Hello?
Are you with him now? Are the attackers still nearby?
No, he's by himself.
He's by himself. Okay, is there any serious bleeding?
There's a lot of blood.
There is a lot of blood. So we've got multiple stab wounds.
Kobe sadly died at the scene shortly before 3 a.m. Young S, however, beat the case.
As the funeral procession heads to the cemetery, a few streets away, the police spot a suspicious car with 3 suspected gang members in it, which failed. Police spot a suspicious...
Wood Green attempting to ride on Kobe's. What the hell? These men ain't given no rest. Flipping hell. Let them, like, baby, my man on his funeral, fam. Your dreads look like Medusa. Is that a joke, man, bro? What the flip's wrong with you? Riding out on a funeral is mad. No, that's different.
Suspicious car with 3 suspected gang members in it, which fails to stop.
I confirm this vehicle has been shown as confirmed.
Oh, they ran so slow. If you see the way I decamp cars, bro, it's actually feet. But these men ran slow, fam. What the hell? Look.
to stop.
Look, bro. The momentum, you're meant to run with the car. So, like, that don't happen. He just put his foot down like that. That's why he's stumbling now. But you're meant to run with it, you know. This man jumping off lies. First, you nearly fell. Bro, if the Jakes move, I'm not gonna lie. There's some Jakes that move militant where it's like they decam with you. So, like, as their car is still rolling, they're out the car, running, gone past the car now. If that man was like that, then they would have caught all of them. That's a fact. Or they would have caught at least one.
Which fails to stop.
Do you know how slow that looked? Look. Look, that guy nearly knocked himself out by the pole. Like, right here. He nearly got knocked out by the pole. How slow that is. No!
Like a this vehicle has been shown.
These men in jeans? White? Like, no belly? Like, flipping hell. To be honest, this Fed, yeah, he should just drove straight through, knocked off that door because it's clearly a dinger. They done whatever they had to do, and then they would have caught something.
Like a this vehicle has. Like a this vehicle has been shown as confirmed. Certainly firearm though.
The three men attempt to escape.
No, ain't no way that's a Fed.
Certainly firearm though.
The three men.
Who's this guy catching? Who is he catching? This guy should not be on the force. Not on a decam force anyway. Bro, nah, they are violent.
Like confirmed, this vehicle has been shown as confirmed.
Did they drop a phone? That's why you shouldn't even bring phones out.
Like confirmed, this vehicle has been.
None of them got gloves on. You're all getting bagged. Anyhow, like the next bit of this is saying like none of them got arrested or etc. I'm gonna be shocked.
Shown as confirmed.
Look at him running.
Certainly firearm though.
The three men attempt to escape. One suspect is caught at an address close by, and when officers search the property, they find a loaded shotgun.
Listen, you lot. One thing I'm gonna tell you: if the Jakes are on you, don't stop moving. Don't stop moving. That's all I'm telling you lot. Because I've been in Fed chases with a man them, and they will get bagged because they stayed in their area or they stayed on the block. I cut out. You think I'm stopping? I am moving until I feel like it's time to come back. It could be a week, could be 2, could be a month, but I ain't come back that night. The man them stayed on the block. The drilling must be crazy. Facts.
Gun that we've recovered from the address. It's a sawn-off shotgun, so it's got potential to kind of spread pellets.
The arrested suspect was found not guilty of any offence.
Now Jigga J, real name Neron Kwate, the Wood Green gang member, DNA was found on the car's airbag, but throughout the investigation and trial, he refused to give up names of the other men involved in the attack. Him keeping his mouth sealed was the reason why the rest of the members involved didn't get locked, judged and sentenced Kwate to life of minimum term of 26 years. Now back to Steeler. On the 20th of February 2018, Steeler was on a Hammersmith and City train to Barking. He was spotted and approached by an op. This turned into a verbal fight before it quickly escalated and got violent. Steeler was stabbed and reacted by shooting his attacker at close range in the stomach.
What is wrong with this Steeler guy?
Approached by an op. This turned into a Hammersmith and City train to Barking. He was spotted and approached by an op. This turned into a verbal fight before it quickly escalated and got violent. Steeler was stabbed and reacted by shooting his attacker at close range in the stomach. Steeler was heavily bleeding himself. However, his attacker collapsed on the floor and was left in critical condition. Steeler then ran off the train at Barking Station. 3 days later, Steeler was traced to his home in Southend and arrested after.
Man said his home was in Southend, and he's still beefing. I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I see everyone talking about that picture, yeah, but I didn't understand it because I'm not from North, so like, even if you're not part of the beef, but you hear about the beef going on, it was like you could still feel it. But because I'm not from North, I didn't understand it. I didn't understand the passer, but now I get it.
After a standoff with armed police, the boy he shot recovered in hospital. Steeler appeared at the Old Bailey in London and was found guilty of grievous bodily harm with intent and possession of a firearm. He was cleared of 1 count of attempted murder. He was sentenced on the 4th of September to 13 years in jail, where he will serve a further 4 on licence. Now, Lamps was a member of a set in Wood Green known as the Greenside Hitters, a very active Wood Green member for his age, would literally terrorise his ops, and was alleged to have been part of the group who attacked Kobe. See, Kobe was a loved member by the whole of Tottenham. OFB, N15 and MPK were all mourning his death. On the 8th of March 2018, Lamps was out.
So what? Do you feel like, because they said everyone was linked up at one point, yeah? Do you feel like a couple of them was upset? Because yeah, there could be niggas that fall out, but like, then there could be niggas that's like, yeah, if I see you, I'm not gonna touch you, bro. Because really and truly, we're friends. So there's some niggas that give niggas passes just because they know each other or they're cousins, but they're still banging for or on each other. Yeah, 100%. Okay, yeah. That's mad for me.
Outside and would taught his ops on Snapchat by playing Hit Toronto song from K-Money titled Come Outside, which is a song that taunts rivals about staying indoors instead of coming outside to gangbang. Unfortunately for Lamps, his ops would accept his proposal. Now at 12:30 AM, 2 individuals on a moped circled View Cinema where Lamps was at. After shooting once, there was commotion inside the cinema, but this didn't faze Lamps. Instead, he charged to the door where they were at. As he tried to open the door, 1 bullet was fired that hit him in the head, and he immediately dropped. Lamps was declared dead at a hospital 2 hours later. 2018 was an extremely...
What the hell?
He charged once there was commotion inside the...
Do you know what it is? You can't bring a knife unless you had a gun. Then there's no reason for him to go outside. There's going to be no other outcome to doing stuff like that if you don't have a gun. Like, there's no point in trying to war someone. Yeah, there's no point in trying to war someone that has a gun and you got a knife. Yes, people can mash work with knives, but they're only good up close. If there's 2 niggas on a ped and they're letting off a dotty or whatever they had, why am I going to be anywhere close to it? I'm going to try to be as far as I can, because I know if that hits me, it hits me. It travels quick. Man can't see the bullet shells. Man can't dodge it. Like, if once it hits, man, it hits, man, bro. So what is, like, I don't know. I don't know what made him go outside.
Cinema, but this didn't faze Lamps. Instead, he charged to the door where they were at. As he tried to open the door, 1 bullet was fired that hit him in the head, and he immediately...
How did they get the drop? How did they get the drop to know that man was at at cinema though?
He dropped. Lamps was declared dead at a hospital. 2 fired that hit him in the head, and he immediately dropped. Lamps was declared dead at a hospital 2 hours later. 2018 was an extremely hot year for North London, but it didn't look like things were slowing down.
Okay.
Now, Tanisha Melbourne Blake, also known as Nisha, was a girl who was heavily affiliated with Tottenham sets such as MPK, OFB, and N15. A very young Nisha was even in a music video by Tottenham Orders in 2010. Now, on the 2nd of April 2018, almost a month after the death of Lamps, Wood Green members went out riding where they spotted MPK members. Nisha was spotted in Childgrove Road, socialising with friends. She was shot from a vehicle shortly before 9:35 p.m.
What? Why? Just because she knows the ops? Did she give the drop on my man or no? Because like, what do you have? What beef would you have with a girl to like?
Sadly, Tanisha died at the scene. The murder remains unsolved. Now, Wood Green member BD later dropped a song mocking the ordeal of Nisha's death, sarcastically saying RIP to her, while claiming he still chills with the shooter. K1, real name Kamali, was a big-time trapper and highly loved member in Wood Green. Now, on the 21st of February 2019, MPK members were planning to go on a drill and convinced a few OFB members to aid them. MPK purchased a stolen Peugeot 308 where they had a fresh pair of clothes inside of it, waiting for them after the drill. It was parked in Broadwater Farm. On the 22nd of February 2019, 6 MPK members and 1 OFB member, being SJ, went on a lurk looking for ops in Wood Green on their pedal bikes. Upon reaching View Cinema, a common location for Wood Green members to hang out, as well as where Lamps was shot dead, they spotted K1, Y Dot and Swift. A MPK member known as Shems instantly shot at the Wood Green members, missing them, causing them to split apart and run. The 6 members were then caught on CCTV, chasing the direction of K1 and Swift. The gang then caught up to Swift, who was cornered on Vincent Road. Shems then shot Swift in his bum, where he had been stabbed 8 times by Trills. K1 was further ahead and made it to his car. Now, in an act of pure loyalty and bravery, K1 attempted to ram his car into a gang in an attempt to help his friend Swift. However, he got stuck between cars, leaving him as a sitting duck. Trills, Sneaks and Osaf turned their attention to him. K1 left the car, where he and Swift made it into Coffee and Cream hairdressers, where they barricaded the door. The MPK members booted down the door and stabbed K1 numerous times.
Bro, how long was this pursuit? That's the word for this, you know. It's a pursuit. It's not no little drilling and you do someone up and cut out. This is a pursuit. What the hell?
The MPK members booted down the door and stabbed K1 numerous times in front of.
How long did this pursuit go? Like, did this pursuit go on for? Cause I'm baffled, bro. Cause this seemed like they was running each other down for like 20 minutes with Shanks out main road and that. Like, a drilling's normally quick. You see them do them leave. This one seems like some Tom and Jerry episode.
Of women and children, leaving him to die. They then pedaled back to Tottenham to change their clothes. Trill's pedal bike broke down, so he attempted to walk, but he was spotted by police. Trill's real name Tyrell Graham was sentenced to 25 years minimum. Now youths Jaden, Shane Leons and OJ Hamilton were also found guilty of K1's murder and GBH with intent in relation to a second man. The judge had lifted reporting restrictions that stopped them from being named. They were all sentenced to life imprisonment and to serve a minimum of 21 years. And as for Shem's real name Shareem Cookhorn, he was also found guilty of a possession of a firearm with intent. He was sentenced to serve a minimum of 28 years.
That's
Sadly,
mad.
as I was making this video, another body got dropped in Finchley, North London on the 7th of August 2023. The victim, age 18, was stabbed in Regent's Park Road near the junction with Litchfield Grove, but managed to flee to a Sainsbury's supermarket after being attacked at 9:40 p.m. Wood Green members YK and Taps were immediately arrested for the murder.
Bro, is it even worth doing drillings anymore, bro? Because everyone just gets bagged. You might as well just stop gangbanging, bro. Because 1, it's not giving you no bread. 2, a lot of gang stuff just starts over something silly. And now you just get bagged instantly, bro. There's no point. Like, there's no point doing a drilling and then normally you can be thinking like, I could potentially get away with this. It's 50-50. Life don't seem like it's 50-50 no more, bro. You don't even make it home to change.
Now this brings me to the end of Wood Green's history of nothing but murder, jail and misery. No doubt London's deadliest gang. I send my condolences to the family of everyone I mentioned. Make sure to subscribe and hit that like button as it goes a long way. Also, I'm not infallible, I'm only human, so I try my hardest to report only accurate information I come across. If you disagree with certain details, let me know in the comments below. Till the next time. And we
Okay, shout out Skyboy.
Going to call themselves Junior Mafia.
Yeah, man. Shout out Skyboy, man. Hey, love for that, man. That was some. That was some cool insight on like North, shall I say, as a whole. I didn't know like. I didn't know why it got cracking like that. But obviously now I know why it got cracking like that. So it's actually mad, man. But like, bro, there's no point even doing drillings no more. As I said, fam, you just get bagged instantly. How much people got away with murders? I understand why niggas in Chicago kill each other. I understand that, because you can get away. A lot of the time you get away. But London, you get bagged instantly. You're gone. You're just sitting in the cell now for 28 years or something dumb, bro. No point to me, anyway. But yeah, man, tell me what you think of it yourself in the comments below, man. And like, RIP everyone that we lost to some silly gang wars, bro.
Slap it out, short but I bang like Pacquiao. Man just ping it or ching it. If I ain't did it, I still bring back out. Kyle's probably hit squad baby, hit squad crazy, rip man's.